pitch, but it's 1-1. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Yelich is under it. One away. Into the box. Xander Bogaerts, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And this is low, ball two. 2-1. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1. Little dribbler up the first baseline. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out. Jackie Bradley Jr. gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Volquez has his target. First pitch on the way. In tied at 93, ball one. Lifted the other way out to left center. Ozuna on the run. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he'll make it in there with a two-out double. And we'll listen in for the reaction as the former Marlin Miguel Cabrera steps back in the box here in South Florida. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Down and away, ball one. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around third, here's Bradley in full flight. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Second baseman.
Man at second here with two away, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Hit hard on the ground to third. Prado's up with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. D. Gordon comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Marlins, second baseman, D. Gordon.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Right side, hit hard. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. Christian Yelich will stand in, and look at that average. Up over 370 to start the ball game.
Well, for me, that's just really impressive for a guy his age. It's always exciting to see young players blossoming into stars right before your eyes.
And again, a throw. Runner back safely.
Keeping an eye on him.
From the stretch, he's running towards second. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Now he bounces a knuckleball up to the plate for a ball. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball two. A runner at first with no outs here. And he wanted to swing, but wisely held off. 3-1.
This is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
Shot fouled over towards the coaching box. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out. So stepping in, Giancarlo Stanton, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. And that misses 1-1.
And I'll tell you what, he's keeping himself pretty composed for a guy that's seen that strike zone keep shrinking on him.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Hard hit to first. There's one. On to first, but no, not in time, as he really took a tumble at second base, letting go of that ball. So striding in, Marcell Ozuna, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And he misses again, 2-0. And he'll be scratching his head after that one. It's 2-1. This one's down to third. Reined in. Pedroia on to Cabrera at first. It's a twin killing, and the side is retired. J.D. Martinez makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. After it is Yelich. He can't get to it. This one's down. The throw into second. And he's going to make it. He's in at second base with a leadoff double. Mitch Moreland will get his first opportunity here. And that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Well, his batting average is ugly, and his last 10 games have been ugly. Just 2 hits in his last 10.
A runner at second, nobody out. And a hard sinker there, chopped foul at home plate. And this is swung on and missed, and Moreland is set down on strikes for the first out. Striding into the box, Blake Swihart. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
He has really struggled against right-handed pitching so far this year. His average against righties is pretty ugly so far.
And that's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 2-0 ball game. And he is out trying for 2 bases, but credit him with a single and an RBI here. Volquez has his sign. First pitch on its way. Brock Holt is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. Here's a breaking ball that falls in there for a strike to even things at 1-1. Now a swing and a fly ball. And that will end up a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Justin Bour will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, one of the reasons why this guy has had a rough season is because he's only had 3 hits in his last 10 games, so that's kind of the way it's been going for him.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Matt Kemp. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Big breaking ball and a beauty that time. 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, and Kemp fails to connect there as this is cut on and missed for the first out of the inning. Standing in, Martin Prado. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now a knuckleball, and it's looked at for strike one.
Yeah, you wonder if we're going to be seeing that high strike. That one looked to be above the letters, but not so in the eyes of the home plate umpire.
And this one's in the dirt. But fortunately here, no advance. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Hit to third. He's got it. To second for one. And he won't try for more than that as he's taken out pretty hard that time. JT Realmuto set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
In there for strike one. Knuckleball, 1-1. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. To 2-2 now. Making him work here as the knuckleball misses to run the count full. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
Grounded to first. Glove by Cabrera, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Mookie Betts is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. Seared down the first baseline. To his left, Gore. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out. At the plate, Xander Bogaerts. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Hot shot on the ground is short. On to first as the throw takes care of him, and it's a quick 2-up, 2-down start to the third. Jackie Bradley Jr. strides in here. He scored a run after doubling to get on base in his first at-bat. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Volquez into the windup. Here it is on 2-1. And a good pitch there as he got him to go after 1 in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Fly ball out toward left center field. Ozuna is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Kike Hernandez will stand in, hoping to perhaps pick up a base hit so we can climb over that Mendoza line.
Well, Matty, the good news is that average is on the rise. He's batting over 500 in his last 10 games, so he's as hot as anybody right now.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 called. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Chopped weakly to the left. Bogaerts has it, and he's retired here, 1 away. D. Gordon will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
And you know, guys, I just love the way he went the other way with that. Now I'm interested to see if he has a similar approach in this at-bat.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
Now batting,
Christian Yelich is into the box, reached base via the walk in his first appearance. Into the windup and the pitch. Knuckleball below the knees, 1-0. Fly ball into straightaway left. Martinez on the run. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Miguel Cabrera is ready here.
So now it's all about just adding on.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball one. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Drilled on the ground to short. Hernandez moving to his right. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
Now batting number 15.
Dustin Pedroia stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Volquez is ready. Here's the first pitch. First pitch here is hit off to the right side and fouled. It's strike one. The 0-1 on its way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Ozuna on the move, but this will land foul just shy of the wall.
You know, when you watch Pedroia play day in and day out, I always think about that memorable 2013 season. I mean, this is a guy who hurts his thumb on opening day, but he played 160 games that season, and he led the Sox to another World Series title.
J.D. Martinez strides in here. He scored a run after doubling to get on base in his first at-bat.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit up in the zone, and he didn't miss it. He'll be looking for it again right here.
And he looks at a curveball that falls in, 1-1. And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2. Frozen on strike three for the final out of the inning. Giancarlo Stanton is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Hard hit toward the hole. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left. Marcell Ozuna will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
Marcell Ozuna.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball one. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Outside, 2-1. And he lays off again, ball three. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. He spoils another one, and will do it again. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. High and deep to right center field. Ranging back is Bradley, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Justin Bour will dig in. He singled his first time around.
Well, and everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
Starts him out with a good dancing knuckleball for a strike. 0-1 pitch is a knuckleball that misses, 1-1. Chop foul right at home plate. 1-2. Here it comes. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Big swing and a miss at the knuckler, and now there are two gone. Matt Kemp comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time. And he'll just watch this thing to try and get an idea. It's 0-1. Swing and a line drive. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. Martin Prado gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Knuckleball there, but it dances outside. Ball 1. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. Throws there, and he is out on a beautiful throw as he just came up firing that time.
Oh, what a great throw.
Mitch Moreland heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
The designated hitter, Mitch Moreland.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. A little bouncer. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Swinging a liner back through the box. And that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single. Blake Swihart, the hitter now. He was gunned down at second, attempting to stretch a single his first time up.
You know what? I'm not sure if that was on him or the first base coach, but it obviously didn't work out. It took a good throw to get him, though.
First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2. Now this pitch is lined into left center field. That's a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Now batting,
Brock Holt is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Oh, and he breaks out the hook here. Good for strike 2. Volquez sets. Here's the 0-2. Squaring with 2 strikes as he gets this one down. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. Mookie Betts will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Drilled right back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate. That makes it a 4-0 ball game. David Phelps is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here.
now pitching for the
Xander Bogaerts will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike there, 0-1. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Hit sharply on the ground. Gordon is there. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. Jackie Bradley Jr. steps forward here with 3 runs already home and a potential 4th standing at third base. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. And that one swung on and missed. 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 6-0 ball game. And he is into second base with an RBI double. Miguel Cabrera steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. That's inside, 2-0. Grounded to short. Hernandez has it. And the throw is wide as he couldn't keep his foot on the bag that time. And we'll have to see how they want to score that play. Dustin Pedroia will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
The 0-1 pitch. And it's quickly 0-2. Ready on 0-2. He swings and pops it high in the air out towards shallow right. Bohr ranges back and he has it for out number 2. J.D. Martinez digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
In there, 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Struck him out, but the damage was done as the inning is over. Leading off the inning, JT Realmuto, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
0-1, here it comes. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Just foul. And a knuckleball ties him in knots there, and that's the first out. Kike Hernandez stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
The batter, number 9.
D. Gordon will stand in. He's singled and popped out in his first 2 at-bats. First pitch on its way. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Squared that one up just a little late. Ripped down the line. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Heading out towards shallow right. Betts moving to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Mitch Moreland makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Designated hitter, Mitch Moreland.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. So an unfortunate turn of events for him here as he's going to be forced to leave the game due to injury. And hopefully it's nothing that keeps him out of commission for too long. Number 20 is on, and he'll take over on the mound. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Line toward right center. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his 2nd of the night. Blake Swihart digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a first pitch curveball trying to come back to the outside corner. Didn't get it that time. It's ball 1. 1-0 is a curveball that's over for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran that in on him. A ball and 2 strikes. On a good curveball gets him swinging for out number 1. Brock Holt will dig in. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Hit sharply toward the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Mookie Betts stands in, looking to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance.
And remember, he jumped all over that first pitch, so don't be surprised if he does it here again.
And he takes ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. To third, right to Prado. 1 there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Christian Yelich will stand in to lead things off as the Marlins look to get things started here in their half of the 6th.
Christian Yelich.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Laid off the knuckler there, and it cost him 3-2 now. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Martinez makes the play, 1 away. Giancarlo Stanton steps in, got a base hit in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes.
Well, this is an important time for him to bear down. He's thrown the ball very well, but he doesn't want to let the meat of this order ruin what he's done so far.
That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Big swing and a miss at the knuckler, and now there are 2 gone. Marcell Ozuna stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one.
Ozuna
sends that one out of play for strike 1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That misses, 1-2. No runs, 5 hits, and 1 error so far for the Marlins. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Two and two now with 2 away, and the base is empty. Fly ball heading for the alley. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. He's around first on his way to second now. And he's in there safely. He's got a double. Justin Bour will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips.
Justin Bour.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Now a bluff back to second as he'll just hold on to it. And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. 2 out here and a runner at second. And this one's on the inside corner, 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. To first. Cabrera's got it, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Welcome back to South Florida. Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th, but first here's a look at our game summary to this point. Xander Bogaerts is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Oh, he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Back goes Ozuna. A leap, but he can't bring it back into the park. It's a home run.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jackie Bradley.
It's a solo shot for Xander Bogaerts as this lead swells to 7-0. Jackie Bradley Jr. is at the plate as he watches ball 1. That's wide, 2-0. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Hernandez backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. Miguel Cabrera digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Hit hard to short. Backhanded. Throw on to first will take care of Cabrera for the 2nd out. Dustin Pedroia will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a litlittle bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
1-0 pitch on the way. 2-0 now.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful not to give up yet another home run here in this inning. So you can see they're approaching with caution here.
3-0 now. 7 runs on 12 hits and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. This is in the air out to right field. Stanton giving chase. And that retires the side.
It's time for the traditional.
Heath Hembree will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Matt Kemp will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0. At the very least, he certainly established the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, but it's not going to do him a whole lot of good if none of those can find the strike zone.
And a full count now, 3-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away. Martin Prado steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. The 0-1. Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. too high. 1-2. And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now. Hot shot on the ground is short. Gloved by Bogarts. And a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on. JT Realmuto will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yeah, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
Nope.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
Now batting,
Kike Hernandez will get his 3rd shot at it here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips.
Well, on the bright side, I guess, he is putting the ball in play. He's just not getting that solid contact that you're looking for when a guy's really seeing the ball well.
And a fastball just misses for ball 1. A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Brad Ziegler will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. J.D. Martinez digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Gordon is up with it. In time to first, and there are 2 away. At the plate, Blake Swihart. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, they got him on a breaking ball, so now we'll see if they try to put him away with soft stuff again if they get that chance.
And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. Brock Holt ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Here's the first pitch to him. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. Tap foul at home plate. Ready with the 1-1. Runners on the move for second. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back in there.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not in time as he steals second. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Hit down the line at first. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Ready for another chance? D. Gordon. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
Fernando Abad will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. D. Gordon gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And this is hit sharply toward the third base coaching box, a foul ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around first, Gordon on his way to second now. Around second, he'll try for third. And the Marlins are off and running here in the inning with a leadoff triple. Christian Yelich will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort. But hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1. Swing and a little tapper. And he's retired, 1 away. Giancarlo Stanton ready to try again. Struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Carson Smith will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Giancarlo Stanton will be his first assignment, and he's got a tough spot here with the runner at third and only 1 gone. Grounded fouled off to the right side. 0-1, here's the pitch. Goodness, 0-2 now. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Well, we see this all the time. Guys get up 0-2, and they start getting cute, and then they wind up walking the guy.
And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2. First delivery to him on the way. Marcell Ozuna is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. And now the Red Sox will get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. The 1-0 delivery. There's that slider truly in an unhittable spot. It's 1-1. And he takes a called strike 2.
Maybe you worry about this guy getting a little too slider happy. That's 3 in a row now, so you're giving that guy at the plate a pretty good look at it.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Into the box now, Mookie Betts. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Here comes the first pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. One 1-1 pitch and a good sinker there, but he can't find the zone. 2-1.
And that's right where you want to be throwing those sinkers, but he's doing a good job at the plate of not chasing.
A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Oh, that grounder got him. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. Stepping into the box, Xander Bogaerts. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
It was a breaking ball away that he got out in front and just pulled it. I don't think that's necessarily the best approach for that pitch, but he got a good piece of it anyway.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Runners off for second. Takes this the other way to right. Stanton is going to get there to make the catch, and now they may have a shot at doubling the runner at first. On to first, and they get the double play.
Jackie Bradley Jr.
Jackie Bradley Jr. swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Prado will put this one away, and the side is retired. Striding in to start the ninth, Justin Bour, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Robbie Ross will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Leading off the inning, Justin Bour, and they'll need him to get something going here. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Two tough sliders there back-to-back, and he couldn't get him to bite on either. Now he might have to change tack here, down 2-0.
Bradley is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the ninth this crowd was hoping for. One away. Matt Kemp ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yeah, and they fanned him on a fastball last time, so let's see if they come at him with the hard stuff again.
And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game. Martin Prado gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And this one's over for a high strike, 1-1. And that's high and off the plate, 2-1.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. This is line to left, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock. JT Realmuto stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. And that's in there for his strike, 1-1.
1 strike.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Now a shot out toward the alley in right center. Here's Prado around third. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. Kike Hernandez will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
Shortstop, Kike Hernandez.
First offering on its way. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And this is fouled back and out of play. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. The 0-2 delivery. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here it comes on 0-2. Drilled on the ground to short. Throw on to first, and the Red Sox make it 6 straight victories now as this one is over. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
For the Marlins, 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 16 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.